What if I told you that one of history's most catastrophic wars may have been shaped not just by ideology or strategy, but by drugs? Because Adolf Hitler was an addict, and this addiction didn't just alter his mind, it may have changed the entire course of World War II. Behind the scenes of Nazi Germany, there was a man most people have never heard of, Dr. Theodor Morell, Hitler's personal physician. Morell wasn't your typical doctor. He pumped Hitler with daily injections, vitamins, hormones, and something much darker. Pervitin, a methamphetamine, yes, meth. The same drug we associate today with street addiction was flowing through Hitler's veins, daily. From 1941 onward, Hitler was on a dangerous cocktail of methamphetamine for energy and euphoria, cocaine nasal sprays to ease sinus infections, oxycodone to kill pain, barbiturates to help him sleep, and hormone injections, possibly to boost his failing health. Dr. Morell documented it all. Hitler was receiving up to 20 different substances on some days, but how did these drugs actually affect the war? June 1941, Hitler orders the largest military invasion in human history, Operation Barbarossa. His generals were nervous. Attacking the Soviet Union meant opening a second front, something Germany had failed at in World War I. But Hitler was convinced. He believed the Soviet Union would fall in weeks. Overconfidence, grandiosity, risk-taking, classic signs of methamphetamine-induced euphoria. What followed was a brutal, dragged-out campaign. The Soviets held firm. Winter came, German troops froze, and Hitler refused to retreat, because in his drug-fueled world, retreat was weakness. So it's late 1942 in Stalingrad. As German forces were being encircled, generals begged Hitler to pull back, but he said no. Not one step back. By now, Hitler was suffering from mood swings, tremors, and paranoia, symptoms consistent with, well, chronic meth use. Thousands of German soldiers froze or starved. An entire army was lost, and, the war began to turn. After surviving an assassination attempt in 1944, Hitler's drug use spiraled. His decisions became erratic. He isolated himself. He ranted about betrayal. He saw enemies everywhere. The drugs no longer lifted him. They were just propping him up, barely. Footage from this period shows a different Hitler, a shaking hand, a hunched posture, a man falling apart, chemically and mentally. And Hitler wasn't alone. German soldiers were issued millions of Pervitin pills to stay awake for days, push through enemy lines, and fight without fear. It worked, until the crashes came. Soldiers collapsed, hallucinated, broke down mentally. A war machine on meth is a machine that burns itself out. By 1945, Hitler was a shell, relying on daily injections, ranting about armies that no longer existed, convinced that Germany could still win. He died in his bunker, his body poisoned and burned. And among the ruins, doctors found hundreds of empty vials. History often paints Hitler as a madman, but few ask, was his madness fueled, maybe even magnified, by addiction? Drugs didn't start World War II, but they may have pushed it further into chaos. They may have prolonged it. They may have cost millions more their lives. And they remind us that sometimes the fate of nations hinges not just on ideologies or armies, but on the state of a single broken mind. If you found this story shocking, subscribe for more untold truths from history, like share and drop a comment. Do you think Hitler's drug use changed the course of the war?